Hi there, my name is Ellen. I'll be correcting this set of essays for you. Let's take a look at what you've done here. Okay, this bar chart presents information about life expectancy from the United Kingdom in year 2006. There are differentiation between sexes and also two levels of age, which are at birth and at 65 years old. Results are illustrated in years. All right, so let's talk about this introduction a little bit. The first thing that I see, just looking at your introduction and also looking at, quickly the rest of the paragraphs, is I don't see an overview. Okay. Now, the overview is very important because without it, you cannot get a 6 in task achievement. The highest you will get is a 5. Okay. So, right straight away, that concerns me. Okay. Maybe you meant this to be an overview, but it certainly doesn't feel like one. It doesn't look like one. It doesn't feel like one. Usually the overview starts with the word overall or even with the word clearly. But you definitely use some sort of signpost to show that it's your overview. And basically looked to me like you were just describing what's in the graph. There are differentiation between sexes. All right. So I don't see an overview. Now, the second thing that I want to talk to you about this introduction is the fact that it's got a lot of grammatical mistakes. So this bar chart presents, with an S, information about life expectancy in the United Kingdom in 2006. Okay, so in that one little sentence, you've got like 4 mistakes, and that is a problem because this is basically the examiner's first impression of your writing. So you want this to be accurate, okay? And then, like I said, I didn't really understand what this information was. I think you meant to say something like the figures are divided by sex and age, and that's it, really. I think this is what you're trying to say, but again, it's not really very clear. All right, let's keep going. At birth, Scotland had the lowest levels in life expectancy, where men, this is awkward, where it was 74.6 years, and for women, 79.6 years. That would be grammatically correct. The highest levels for females were in England at 81.5. Now this should continue as one sentence because you can't use although like this. So at 81.5 years, although in Northern Ireland it is nearly the same, at 81.0 years. Now, do you mean in Ireland for women, for men? It's unclear. You have to tell us. For men, the highest levels are in Northern Ireland at 76.1. You keep spelling Northern Ireland wrong, so be careful. The second highest what? The second highest figures are in Wales at 76.6. All right, so again, grammar is a problem. At age 65 for females, the highest life expectancy was in England at 19 point, not the highest life expectancy. I guess it's like the life expectancy at 65 is an additional 19.9 years, whereas the lowest is in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Whereas the lowest is in Scotland, full stop. Wales and Northern Ireland have the same level, which is 19.5 years. For men, the highest, not year, the highest figure is in England. Careful with your spelling. And again, at 17.1. Again, Wales and Northern Ireland have almost the same result at 16.7 and 16.6 years respectively. Scotland has the lowest level in males. Okay, so I want to talk to you about this because there's something really important for you to know happening here. I already talked to you about the accuracy. I told you that your first paragraph had problems with accuracy. Well, as far as grammar is concerned, this is not the only problem because you have another very big problem here in terms of range. As far as I could tell, if you don't count the word present, you have used two verbs in this entire chart description. You use the verb be and the verb have. Let me show you what I mean. Look, have, are, is, are. So, and is. So that's it. All right. And with such a limited range, it's not gonna do well. Okay. In grammar. All right. You really have to be careful about this. So you've got to do something to boost up the accuracy and the range of your grammar. All right. Let's go on to your task 2 about prisoners. Let's see, ex-prisoners. Okay. An individual who has been in a prison usually has real life experience from the ugly side of life. On the other hand, some people who used with a D to be a criminal might be a very charismatic person, which can be exciting or tempting for the young people. In this essay, I will present my opinion that ex-criminals should tell their stories to youngsters. All right, I want to talk to you about this introduction. I'm very happy that you included a clear uh, position that you think they should tell their stories. Okay, so that's good. However, the rest of the paragraph had issues because you didn't really rephrase the topic. Okay, you just told me that they have a life experience. You said they could be charismatic and exciting. Well, great, but that's not what the essay is asking you to talk about. Okay, the essay is asking you to say if something like individuals who have been in prison often come out redeemed and with a new lease on life. Um, for this reason, it is often believed that they are the best people to talk to youngsters about the dangers of crimes, while others express hesitation. In my opinion, this, whatever. They are, they aren't the best people. All right, so that's the idea here, what you want to do. Let's keep going. First of all, an ex-criminal can tell his own story so youngsters can avoid all those same mistakes the ex-criminal made in the past. In addition, stories from the prison will surely have an effect in a way that children will avoid criminal activity. Real life stories have clear connection to the topic, which in my opinion will teach children in the best way. Okay. So, some of the grammar was okay here. It was not, it was clear. I knew what you were trying to say. I want to talk to you though about the development. This is not what we would call a developed paragraph. And in fact, all you have to do is take one look at it to see that it's not really very developed. It's the exact same length as your introduction. You had a brief introduction, okay? And instead of spending time developing and extending your ideas for your body paragraph, it was really very brief, okay? So there is a set structure that you want to consider, that you want to think about when you're writing an essay. There are certain components that a good essay, a good paragraph should have. And that's what I'd like to see here. I'd like to see a better development, better examples, better support, all of that. Let's continue. On the other hand, the person who has become a better individual for society might have, not neat, that's not a good word here, might have intriguing stories from his criminal years. Thus, this might lead some criminals, this might lead some youngsters to, no, not to understand the meaning of the story from the ex-criminal, and the young people might want to, wanna is very inappropriate for IELTS, have the same kind of life that criminals have. For this reason, it is important to consider which is the proper age for young people to hear this kind of stories. It's not a question, it's a sentence. Okay, I like your ideas, but I have some concerns about this. I still think it needed to be better developed. And and of course the grammar. Let's keep going. All in all, for me, there are clear advantages for the ex-criminal lecturing about their criminal life, no S, for teenagers, even though ex-criminals with an S must point out that his life choices in the past are nothing to be proud of. So, same sentence here. So, youngsters will not start admiring criminal lifestyle or a criminal lifestyle. All right, so again, we've talked about this. Grammar is an issue. You need to work on it, that's for sure. I also want to make a couple of suggestions to you. My first suggestion is to you that you need to improve your grammar. Without that, your scores are it's going to be very hard for your scores to get to where you need them to be. Okay, so that's the first thing. What I recommend in tandem with getting good general language lessons is also to prepare for IELTS on its own. Um, I would recommend to you the online course because I think that the information you're going to get on reading, especially, is really just going to be such a wealth of information, so helpful for you. So see if that's something you would consider. See if that's something you can do. Um, I want to wish you lots of luck. I hope that we can help you. I hope that you'll continue to work with us, okay? And I want to wish you lots and lots of luck.